Hello, it is 9 p.m. in RTD. It's time to English New Edition. For tonight headlines, we have high-level meeting with the National Coordinating Committee on the fight against money laundering and terrorist financing. For the international scene, Gaza displaced people turn to rubbish for heating and cooking. Welcome to our newsroom. Prime Minister's chair high-level meeting with the National Anti-Money Laundering and Counter-Terrorist Financing Committee. The Prime Minister, His Excellency Abdul Qadir Kamil Mohammed, chaired a high-level meeting yesterday at the Prime Minister's offices with the member of the National Committee for Coordinating Anti-Money Laundering and Counter-Terrorist Financing efforts as part of the strategic follow-up to the National and Anti-Money Laundering and Counter-Terrorist Financing System. Several members of the government attended the meeting, including the Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Minister of Economy and Finance, the Minister of Budget, the Minister of Justice, the Minister of Defense, and the Minister of Interior. The Secretary General of the Prime Minister's office, the head of the Prime Minister's office, also attended along with the Director General and member of her team. During the meeting, the committee members presented a detailed report on the progress achieved by the National Anti-Money Laundering Authority since its establishment. This development relates specifically to the establishment of an operational system for receiving, analyzing, and disseminating financial information, coordinating among institutions, and effective contributions to the mutual evaluation process conducted by the African Finance Intelligence Unit. Following the discussion, the Prime Minister approved the 2026 budget for the unit, thereby granting it the necessary financial independence to fully carry out its mandate. For his part, in a statement, the Minister of Justice and Prison Affairs responsible for human rights, Ali Hassan Bahdoun, has explained that our country is committed to combating money laundering effort. He said that the Republic of Djibouti is committed to a major reform project in the financial sector within the framework of Financial Action Task Force, an international body that monitors financial affairs. The Republic of Djibouti has agreed to undergo evaluation by the FATF for Africa and the Middle East. In this context, we have a commitment and objectives that must be achieved. Among our commitments are institutional reforms that must be implemented. The government under the leadership of His Excellency the President of the Republic has taken urgent and concrete measures to support our farmers and livestock breeders. It is in this context that today, Thursday, January 2026, a delegation led by the Minister of Agriculture, His Excellency Mohammed Ahmed Awali, and composed of the Secretary General Ibrahim Ilmi, the Prefect of the Dakhel region, the coordinator of the PGI project, and the principal directors of the technical department of his ministry officially launched the distributions of supplies through the PGI project in Dakhel Unity region. These supplies include 1,500 10 kilogram vitamin-enriched mineral blocks, 3,500 bag of 30 kilogram bag of granulated feed cube for livestock, 608 set of the agricultural tools, vegetable seeds, and solar pumps for agriculture, well, horticultural knitting, plant protection product, and 1,000 sets of veterinary medicine, which will be distributed in the 5 interior regions. The PERSCA project also distributed livestock feed to more than 4,000 people. Livestock farmers from 19 pastoral areas spread across the country will have the opportunity to receive 500 tons of maize, equivalent to 10 kilograms. For his part, the Secretary General of the Ministry of Agriculture, Ibrahim Almi Mohammed, said today we are at the Ministry of Agricultural Technical Base in Unity Province to distribute agricultural supplies, seeds, and dry irrigation equipment to farmers and livestock herders. As you know, we suffered from severe drought last year. This year we have made thorough preparations to enable our farmers and herders to prepare and obtain everything they need to cope with the recurring drought that have become increasingly common in the Republic of Djibouti. Today we are in Dakhil, and soon we will be distributing the same supplies in Ali Sabih and throughout the rest of the country. As you know, the Ministry of Agriculture is fully committed to supporting our farmers and herders in combating the harmful effects of drought and climate change. For his part, the Minister of Agriculture, Mohammed Ahmed Awali, expressed his satisfaction following his visit to the Dakhel regions, which focus on distributing agricultural equipment and livestock feed to local communities to help them cope with the effects of climate change and drought. The Minister specified that the equipment provided also included solar panels for pumping water from wells, emphasizing that this initiative is part of a national program to supply all agricultural cooperatives in the countries with equipment and livestock feeds. He indicated that this initiative is a proactive measure designed to mitigate the negative impact of climate change and strengthen the resilience of rural communities. The Minister of Islamic Affairs and Waqf Property, Mumin Hassan Barre, participated in the opening of the 36th International Conference of the Supreme Councils for Islamic Affairs held in Cairo and organized by the Minister of Waqf of the Arab Republic of Egypt and the team Professions in Islam, their ethics and future in the age of artificial intelligence. The minister represented the Republic of Djibouti at this high-level international event, leading an official delegation that includes His Excellency Ahmed Ali Barre, Ambassador of the Republic of Djibouti to Cairo, Sheikh Okia Qawrah Fattah, Executive Secretary of the Supreme Islamic Council, and Mr. Al-Sali Ahmed Abdullah, Director General of the Al-Wasatiyya Institute for the Culture of Peace. This event brought together a prestigious panel of ministers, muftis, and scholars and international experts to discuss the contemporary challenges. For his part, the minister recalled that in the Islamic vision, it's practicing a profession transcends mere economic activity to become a moral responsibility and a lever for social progress. He particularly emphasized the growing impact of artificial intelligence on the job market and the evolutions of professions, stressing that these technological advances now constitute a determining factor in the transformations of economies and lifestyle. In this regard, the Minister Mumin Hassan Barre called on countries of the Islamic world to fully embrace the tools of artificial intelligence and new technologies in order to make them instrument of development, innovation, and competitiveness in the year to come. It should be noted that at the end of the meeting between the Egyptian president and the heads of the delegation, the Egyptian president asked the Minister Mumin Hassan Barre to convey his greetings and best wishes to the President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Omar Guelleh. This Friday, January 26, 2026, the Guled Stadium hosted a spectacular event, the 25th edition of the Djibouti Telecom International Half Marathon. This race brought together several hundred participants divided into a series of events, the 5-kilometer men's and women's races, the 10 kilometers and the 21 kilometers, the most anticipated race for renowned athletes. Djibouti distinguished itself by winning fourth place in the half marathon ahead of Burundi, which finished the fifth. The 21-kilometer race featured 8 countries: Djibouti, Ethiopia, Kenya, Somalia, South Sudan, Burundi, and Angola. The 21-kilometer race was dominated by the Republican Guard, with the Muhyiddin Abdi in first place, followed by Hani, also from the Republican Guard, and Hamza, also from the Republican Guard. Despite the chill and thick fog, the inhabitants of Dai Inland Dai Highland responded massively to the call for popular mobilization to express their unwavering support for the President of the Republic ahead of the presidential election scheduled for April 2026. This large mobilization brought together young people, women, and elders from across the region who came in large numbers to demonstrate their loyalty and commitment to the president. The event illustrated the unity, fervor, and determination of the local population. The demonstration was also marked by the presence of several prominent figures, including the Minister of Investment, Safiya Mohammed Ali Gadle, as well as several senior government officials who honored the event with their participation. The inhabitants of Dai strongly expressed their support for the President of the Republic, whom they consider one of their own, as he has resided for several years in the Dai Highlands, where he owns a residence. This close connection further strengthened the attachment and trust of the local population towards him. Through this exceptional mobilization, the inhabitants of the Dai Highlands have clearly reaffirmed their commitment and unwavering support for the President of the Republic with a view to 2026 presidential election. During a speech delivered at the public ceremony held in Dai, the Secretary of State for Investment and Private Sector Development, Safiya Mohammed Ali Gadire, expressed her deep gratitude to the residents for the warm welcome she received. She stated that she was honored to have participated In this large-scale mobilizations of support for His Excellency Ismail Omar Guelleh, the UMP candidate, whom she described as a loyal friend of the people, this large-scale demonstrations illustrate once again the unwavering commitment, the unwavering attachment of the population to their president and their total commitment to him. The Secretary of State emphasized that this demonstrations of solidarity and confidence is fully aligned with the preparations for the April 2026 presidential elections, demonstrating unwavering support for the President of the Republic, Ismail Omar Guelleh. She finally recalled that the region occupies a special place in the heart of the President of the Republic, and that the constant and loyal support of its inhabitants constitute a major force for the success of national ambitions. In Sagallu, a town located on the Tajura-Djibouti road along the coast, the mobilization was strong and significant. The villagers, joined by residents of neighboring towns, gathered in large numbers to express their unwavering support for the President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Omar Guelleh, through this public ceremony. The inhabitants reaffirmed their commitment to the presidential visions and their confidence in the leadership of the head of state, praising the efforts undertaken to promote stability, development, and the improvement of citizens' living conditions. The Sagallu mobilization was co-organized by lawyer Muhammad Abazid and Muhammad Abdul Qadir Dabali, along with civil society organizations in Sagallu. The support ceremony, which began with a march through the coastal villages of Sagallu, took place in the presence of several civil and political figures, including officials from Tajura and people originally from Sagallu. The village chief of Sagallu, Hassan Musa, the elders of the Tajura Miglis, and members of the parliament, including Hussein Abdul Qadir, the president of the Tajura Regional Council, Muhammad Ali, the deputy and former president of the National Assembly, Ugur Kifle, and Mahad, the president of the Dakhil Regional Council, all participate in this mobilization. The event was also marked by powerful cultural moments. Artists Abezid and Harbi enlivened the ceremony with patriotic songs extolling national unity and expressing strong support for the President of the Republic. At the end of this gathering, the people expressed their willingness to support the head of state so that he continues to seek a new term with the aim of continuing development efforts and consolidating achievement for the benefit of the entire nation. The fourth professional seminar of the Associations of French-speaking Supreme Audit Institutions concluded successfully at the Djibouti Palace Campus Key Hotel from January 2021 under the theme Transforming and Modernizing Supreme Audit Institutions in a profoundly changing international context, particularly the accelerating digital transformation and the growing demands for transparency, accountability, and performance in public service. ASIFA is determined to seize this opportunity. These developments reinforce more than ever the pivotal role of supreme audit institutions in promoting good governance and upholding democratic principles. Therefore, participants emphasized that modernizing supreme audit institutions is a prerequisite for their success.
Cette association.
For her part, the president of the Court of Accounts, Ismahan Mahmoud Ibrahim, stated that the modernization process must be guided by a clear vision and sound leadership and must include an objective evaluation of the institution's performance based on establishing the professional standards along with a participatory approach aimed at developing a comprehensive strategic plan. This point was repeatedly emphasized during our discussions, as we have mentioned it on several occasions. The internationally recognized tool serves as a fundamental reference for performance evaluation. The importance of peer review was also highlighted, drawing on the experience of the French Court of Auditors. Regarding digital transformation, the development process is not significantly different from this structured and systematic approach. It is based on the implementation of an ambitious action plan that is at the same time well considered, organized, and grounded in the principles of sustainable development. Information technologies and artificial intelligence are profoundly transforming our world and the way auditing tasks are performed in terms of scale, quality, and efficiency. The Djibouti Standards and Quality Agency, in collaboration with the Ministry of Commerce, launched an awareness campaign on compliance with the standards for the use of the commercial scales in various retail outlets in the capital. The campaign was implemented by a technical team from Aden, led by the head of the agency's meteorology department. This campaign is part of the ongoing effort by authorities to ensure the reliability of measuring instrument used in commercial transactions. The initiative aims to raise awareness among merchants about the importance of using scales that conform to current standards, are properly calibrated, and undergo regular inspections to guarantee integrity and transparency in commercial transactions. It also serves as a reminder of existing regulatory obligations related to legal methodology. Field teams are visiting markets, shops, and other points of sale, engaging directly with merchants and consumers. This interaction aims to improve us understanding and of weight standards and promote sound business practices, thereby contributing to the protection of consumers' rights. For her part, the responsible of the commercial said that this 3 days awareness campaign reflects the commitment of the ADN and the Minister of Commerce to fostering a sound business environment based on trust, transparency, and respect for national standards. Through this initiative, the authorities reaffirm their commitment to combating fraudulent practices, improving trade qualities, and strengthening consumer protections. For the international scene, in Gaza, displaced people turn to water for heating and cooking. In the war-torn Gaza Strip, shortages of fuel gas and firewood are exacerbating the suffering of thousands of families at the harsh winter setting in Khan Yunis at the Al-Mawasi landfill. Palestinians sift through garbage daily with their bare hands, searching for plastics and papers to light fires and keep warm. Searching from firewood, which has become prohibited expensive and unavailable to many displaced peoples who have lost their incomes and whose homes were destroyed in the fightings. In makeshift camps, lighting fires has become a daily necessity for survivors in freezing temperature, with no alternatives. The use of plastics and other waste exposes families to serious health risks, further worsening their already humanitarian situations. And this is it for the news. Thanks for watching us. Have a good evening.